Welcome to episode number 3 of Better with Books. I'm your host, Roots. Early 20s college kids like me are given the message over and over from countless sources to find our passion, to do work we love. Do what you love and the money will follow. That's what they all say. And I'm not going to dispute that at all. This advice from Gary Vee and Chase Jarvis, Tim Ferriss and James Altucher, it's great advice and it works for some people. But what if, and this is a huge what if, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, what if one doesn't have a passion? Because the fact is, I'm cripplingly envious of people, especially young people, kids, who have a passion. I'm a very optimistic and upbeat person generally, but when it comes to this idea of a personal passion, I get very depressed. Here I am, an overachieving sophomore in college, and I'm not a music prodigy or an obsessive chess player or even a moderately decent volleyball player. I don't have interesting hobbies. Frankly, I'm too busy for hobbies. I'm too busy taking classes to focus on finding the one thing I want to spend the rest of my life doing. I'm too pragmatic. I'd rather first get a degree and a decent job, then consider whether or not and what I should dedicate my life to passionately pursuing. And who knows, maybe I'll actually enjoy a career in my first and only choice of major. Is that so ludicrous to believe? Not so ludicrous, according to Cal Newport. His book, So Good They Can't Ignore You, is the book of my dreams. Its message is a message for the few young people left in this excessively driven, wealth-obsessed world who dare to admit that they don't actually have a passion to follow, that they haven't found themselves, that they're just looking for a simple life and a career that they grow to love and that supports them, theirs, and their basic desires. In the author's words, the happiest, most passionate employees are not those who followed their passion into a position, but instead those who have been around long enough to become good at what they do. The basic idea in this book, the only instruction, is that you should try and get really good at one thing, one job, one position, one musical instrument, one type of software development. You don't have to stretch yourself thin over many different jobs, looking for the one that you are passionate about. In fact, you shouldn't do that at all. The better you are at one thing, the more you'll be rewarded and the more you'll love that thing, the more comfortable your life will be. You don't have to go on a pilgrimage to India, though I admit that would be lovely. You don't have to obsess over finding something to obsess about, and you don't all have to become a YouTube star, though that would be nice too. You just have to focus. And this idea that you can get good at something and live your life content and happy despite the fact that you didn't find something you can consider your passion is an incredibly liberating idea for me, and I hope for a lot of you guys. You know, I listen to Gary Vee and all these incredibly successful people who urge us to follow our dreams and be fearless and go after the thing we love, and it makes me feel terrible, like a failure. To think that I'm not like insert generic name here, who is the world's leading expert in Pokemon, who has the potential of becoming a blogging king because of his niche set of knowledge. I'm not, to be frank, a nerd about anything, except maybe books. But according to this Cal Newport guy, that's okay. I can still get a job, do good work, and be recognized and rewarded for my efforts. Okay, last quote. Don't follow your passion. Rather, let it follow you in your quest to become, in the words of my favorite Steve Martin quote, so good that they can't ignore you. If you guys want to get in touch with me, you can find me on Twitter at Rootsmac. I'd really appreciate any feedback, recommendations, suggestions, anything, whatever you want, just send it my way. I'd also appreciate if you could give me a rating on iTunes. One more thing, I do have some exciting news. I ordered a microphone, like a decent, actual good microphone. It was a Blue Yeti. So pretty soon these episodes will be sounding a lot better. Till then, peace.